You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is May 31st, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Our first story today is from investing.com, and it's the top 5 things to know in the market on Thursday. First thing to know is European markets rebound as Italy fears subside. European stocks pushed higher for the second day in a row as Italian parties renewed attempts to form a government, easing concerns about the wider impact of a political crisis in Europe's third largest economy. Matteo Salvini, the head of the right-wing league, said he would seriously consider an offer on Wednesday from the five-star leader Luigi Di Maio to resurrect their bid to govern together. Italy's FTSE MIB added to gains from the previous session, rising roughly 1%. The second thing to know today is the U.S. stock futures point to a quiet open. U.S. stock futures pointing to a quiet open as investors look ahead to a fresh batch of corporate earnings and economic data. Third thing to know, the Fed's preferred inflation metric is in focus. Thursday's calendar features a closely watched report on personal income and spending for April, which includes the personal consumption expenditures inflation data, the Federal Reserve's preferred metric for inflation. That's at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. The consensus forecast is that the report will show that the core PCE price index inched up 0.1% last month after rising 0.2% a month earlier. On an annualized basis, core PCE prices are expected to rise 1.8% compared to a 1.9% increase in the preceding month. The Fed uses core PCE as a tool to determine whether to raise or lower interest rates with the aim of keeping inflation at a rate of 2% or below. Fourth thing to note today is oil prices slip ahead of U.S. inventory data. The U.S. Energy Administration will release its official weekly oil supplies report for the week ended May 25th at 11 a.m. Eastern, amid forecasts for an oil stocking of 2.2 million barrels. The report comes out one day later than usual because of the federal Memorial Day holiday on Monday. After markets closed Wednesday, the American Petroleum Institute said that U.S. oil inventories rose by 1 million barrels last week. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude was down 41 cents or 0.6% at $67.80 a barrel, while Brent crude futures were down 39 cents or 0.5% per barrel. Fifth thing to know today is U.S. is to slap tariffs on EU steel and aluminum. Trade issues remained at the forefront as Washington is expected to announce plans to slap tariffs on steel and aluminum imports from the European Union as early as Thursday morning, sources said. Commerce Secretary Wilbur Ross told French daily Le Figaro it would be announced either before markets opened or after they closed. Ross added that any escalation of their trade dispute would depend on the bloc's reaction. Our second story today is from CNBC.com. Trump reportedly said he wants to stop German luxury car imports in the U.S. President Donald Trump is hoping to block German luxury car makers from the U.S. market, according to an exclusive report by a German magazine. Citing several unnamed U.S. and European diplomats, the Weekly Business magazine reported that Trump told French President Emmanuel Macron last month that he would maintain his trade policy with the aim of stopping Mercedes-Benz models from driving down Fifth Avenue in New York. The report didn't give any further details on what policies would be used to effectively ban the premium car makers. Our third story today is from Investing.com. Microsoft overtakes Alphabet as third most valuable company. Microsoft now has a larger market capitalization than Alphabet, the parent company of Google, placing it third on the list of the 10 most valuable companies. Apple remains number one. Amazon, which passed both Microsoft and Alphabet earlier this year, is second. Microsoft shares have surged some 38% over the past year, thanks largely to its booming cloud computing business. Our final story today is from Investing.com. U.S. jobless claims fall to 3-week low last week. The number of people who filed for unemployment assistance in the U.S. last week fell more than expected, remaining in territory consistent with a strengthening labor market, official data showed on Thursday. The report did little to alter the outlook for monetary policy, with the majority of traders expecting a rate hike at the Fed's next meeting in June. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, May 31st, 2018. Your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and have a great day.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions@theoptionsinsider.com.